Hey y'all. So today I'm going to be doing a labor and delivery story time. I was supposed to do this like a while ago, y'all, but I've been so busy taking care of my baby, so busy taking care of my child, and then I wanted to look okay. Like I want it to be clean, like my face don't be looking all dry and tired and just everything. But basically, yeah, I'm finna tell y'all about my labor and delivery, my experience. I don't really want to show my baby on YouTube. I'm not comfortable with that yet. But she right here. I love her so much. So let's get straight into the video. Okay, so December 9th, 2019, I woke up at it was like 7 something in the morning, and I noticed, where were we at? Oh yeah, we were in my bed. So me and my husband laying in the bed, and I wake up and I noticed a puddle. Anyway, so I noticed this big puddle that was on the bed. It was about this size, about like this much on the bed. So it wasn't that big, but I noticed it, and I'm like, Derek, I'm talking to my husband. I'm like, did you pee on me while I was asleep? Y'all, he do not pee in the bed or nothing. I was just confused because I was wet, and I know I didn't pee on myself. And it was also all between my thighs too. And so I'm just wondering, and I'm like, did you pee on me? And he like, what? No. And we had an appointment, so I was getting up anyway because I had a 38 weeks appointment. And he's like, I'm like, why am I wet? Y'all, it did not click to me about no water breaking, nothing, because I was not in pain, nothing. So I'm like, why am I wet? He like, let me see. So he starts feeling my thighs, and he's like, and I guess it didn't smell like nothing. I'm not sure. He didn't make a face. He was just like, He was like, your water broke. And I was like, oh my God, yeah, you're right. So I get up because I had to pee. So when he told me that, it's like, it hit me that was my water. So that's when like some of the symptoms of labor started happening. So I get up, I go pee, and I noticed when I went to go pee, more fluid was coming out. And while I was going to go pee, and then when I peed, it was nothing. I wiped myself. I said, okay, we was already ready. We had cleaned the house real good. We had sprayed the house down, everything. We had did that the day before this happened. So we did it Sunday, and this happened on Monday, December 9th. So I'm like, let me take a shower. Let me strip that bed down because it had that spot. So I was changing that sheet. And I'm like, let me do that. That way when she come home, she could get in the bed. All this stuff, y'all. I was so geeked. So we in the shower, and I'm telling him how it didn't hurt. Oh, wait. Actually, before that happened, I actually called my mom when I was on the toilet peeing. And I'm like, Mama. And I explained to her what happened. She like, yeah, that's your water. She was like, ask Rochelle or whatever. So, which is my doctor. So I text Rochelle, and I'm like, Rochelle, my doctor is like close family. I mean, really close to the family. She's a close friend, and she's been in the family for a long time. So, I already had her number and stuff. So I call her. No, I text her, and I'm like, and she's my OB. So I text her. I'm like, I tell her what happened. She like, yeah, go straight to labor and delivery. She was like, I'm so excited, fingers crossed. Let's hope that this is it. So y'all, I am geeked, y'all. I'm all in the shower. I'm talking about how it don't hurt, and I'm so excited. I was getting like little bitty cramps, like little period cramps here and there, but it wasn't hurting. Like I was able to move everything. I was just so excited, y'all. And then we get to the car, and I'm like, I gotta make a video. So that's when y'all seen this video. So hey y'all. So I woke up and my water broke, and I really want to do a labor and delivery vlog, and I was gonna start it then, but I was like, say this is not my water, because it wasn't a lot. It was just like leaked, and no. And so I was talking to my husband. So I go to the bathroom, I peed, and we got ready. I showered, everything, y'all. And I'm like, I don't know if this is labor. We're gonna see when we get there. My lip bleeding. Okay, so anyway, I'm like, I don't know if this is labor. I see when we get there. So then I'm just so like distracted because people staring. So then, y'all, I shower, we get ready, and I'm like, I have to pee again. When I pee, TMI, but blood came out, and like I've been having a little bleeding my whole pregnancy, because I get like little scratches down there. I don't know if it's just been sensitive because I pee so much and I be wiping all the time, but I've been having a little bleeding. But we knew that it was the real deal, because it usually be like little blood, like just a little bit, like it looked like scratch, like it's from a scratch. But this time it was like a lot with fluid. So I'm for sure going into labor. I called my doctor. They said come to labor and delivery, and today I had a doctor's appointment and we was finna go there anyway, and it's around the time that we have to go there. So this is just crazy, y'all. And I was prepared, everything ready for her, you know. So I'm very, very excited. I'm not having no pain right now, so that's good. It was like I had some, but then it stopped. But we got all the bags. So we have all the bags, and then we have our car seat and her bag, and then it's a little black thing right there. I don't know how to show y'all. It's a little black thing like right there. That's my husband. He pumping the gas. And it's for the breast milk, because I have been pumping, because my doctor said I could start doing that. That would help me go into labor, and I will be 38 weeks tomorrow. So I'm very, very excited. I'm not nervous. So yeah, I get back to y'all when we find out what's going on. Probably make it to the doctor and they tell me what they finna do, because my doctor said just go ahead and go labor and delivery. I'm very, very excited, y'all. But yeah, I'll talk to y'all in a little bit. Bye. So after, when we go to the when we get there, and this is why I didn't record anymore either, I was very upset. So when we get there, y'all, they tell me to strip or whatever, put the robe on, lay on this pad. Oh wait, after I showered, then I noticed some bleeding too. And so in my mind was like, yeah, that's your water, because it was blood coming too. So they tell me lay on this pad and all this, and they gonna swab me. They do like with like a long Q-tip, basically. They go in your hoo-ha, and then they look at it, and it's supposed to be either blue if your water broke, or clear if it didn't, or something like that. And so they swab me. She said, this is negative, and they was also gonna do an ultrasound to see how much fluid is around the baby. They did the ultrasound. They say, yes, you have more fluid than normal. So they were saying that she had a lot of fluid. So they didn't think my water broke. And so I'm like, no, I know my body. I'm arguing with them. I'm telling them I know my body. I know that this is it. I just know I didn't feel no pain. That's the only thing I was confused on, was why wasn't I in pain? And then I did start having a little bit more cramps when I was there, and they seen it on the monitor. They was like, you most definitely is having contractions. But they were small though. But yeah, that's the only part I was confused on. I was like, why am I not having pain and I know my water broke? So she's like, yeah, we'll just do another swab then, just to make sure. And this nurse here, she kept on like going to get other people's opinion. Anytime she did something to me, she was getting other people's opinion. And so I felt like she didn't know what she was doing. So she does another swab. This time it's black on the Q-tip. She's like, yep, your water didn't break. No, she looked at it. She was like, oh, it's black. And she was like, your water didn't break. And so she throws it away. And I guess she went and put it in the computer or whatever as a negative. So if it would have been positive or whatever, that mean that my water, they were saying it ruptured or something like that. So she puts it in as a negative. And then I'm still arguing with her, y'all. I'm like, I know that what's going on with me. I know my water broke. This is it. I know it. So she says, okay, we're going to go and do the old-fashioned test. That means they put me on a bucket, like a bowl. They have my booty on this bowl. And then when they have my booty on this bowl, they oh yeah, she also put her fingers all the way in me too to see if I was dilated. She said I was at 0 centimeters. And then she had got fluid. I don't know how. She told me to cough. And when she told me to cough, oh, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm looking out the window. When she told me to cough, she said fluid flew out. And it got on this little, it's like a clear thing. And she said if it's like little flares or whatever on the little clear thing, that means positive. And if it's not flares, then that's a negative. So she does it and she said, I don't see anything, but let me go ask somebody. Because like I told y'all, she kept going to get other people's opinion. So she comes back, she like, yeah, they said no, it didn't happen. That it was a negative. Let me let Rochelle know and see if you're okay to go home. I really wanted my doctor to come do it because I felt like the lady didn't even know what she was doing, but my doctor was busy and she couldn't get down there right now. So I guess Rochelle said send me home or whatever. So she comes back to the room. She like, yeah, you good to go. It was in your water. And keep in mind, y'all, I was peeing since I've been up there. We was up there for a long time, so I did go to the bathroom like twice. They had to change the pad thing that I was laying on like twice because it was blood on there and it was fluid. Like fluid kept coming out of me. So, and I knew what was going on with my body, y'all. And I never had a kid before, but it's like you just know yourself. You know what I'm saying? So, so she says, go ahead and go home. It wasn't your water. So me and my husband was like upset. I keep looking over here and I'm supposed to be looking over here. So me and my husband was upset, y'all. Like, my husband was disappointed because he was so ready for her to be here. I was disappointed, and I'm like, I know what I'm talking about. So I tell her, I say, you keep my word. I bet you I'll be back tonight or tomorrow because I know that this is my water. She's like, okay. So I go home. And when I left the hospital, y'all, honestly, the contractions did stop. It stopped. And I didn't have no more for the rest of Monday. Tuesday, I didn't have no contractions, no pain, no nothing. And my husband was at work. He was like, text me if it starts hurting. If anything starts happening, text me or call me. I didn't have anything happen. So Wednesday rolls around. Oh, wait. I was wearing a pad, though. I was wearing pads all Tuesday and Monday night because I kept leaking fluid and blood. And then I stopped wearing pads and I just started sitting on a towel to see how much was going to get on this towel so I could take a picture. I was going to send it to my doctor. So I laid on this towel and I woke up the next morning, which is now Wednesday, December 11, 2019, which is the day I had my child. So I wake up and I noticed it was blood on the towel, but it wasn't no fluid. So I go to the bathroom, and when I go to the bathroom, I don't even think it was nothing again. But I know I call my doctor. No, I text my doctor and I say, Rochelle, I'm probably gonna insert the text messages if I can right here. I described to her the blood and stuff, and that I've been having fluid come out the whole day before, and all that. So she said, go to labor and delivery again. Oh yeah, also I was having contractions. They was 10 minutes apart, and they was getting worse. They was worse than Monday for sure. And so, and these contractions had me like, I would have to stop. Like, I'd be taking my shower and I'd be like, whew. It just sit there and breathe and then go back to taking my shower. So, she told me go back to labor and delivery. So we take a shower again. We get the house prepared again. Now this is Wednesday, and I tell Derek, I say, babe, I said, this time is for real. I know that I'm finna have her either today or tomorrow. We not coming home without a baby, so get excited. He did not get excited, y'all. He was so like over it. He was like, even though we only went once, it was only a false labor one time, which was Monday. He was just so over it, and he thought like we was gonna come home. So he took his sweet time getting dressed, taking a shower, and I'm over here trying to rush him because I know these contractions was hitting me. I'm like, babe, I don't want to have this baby in the car. I don't know like how fast it's gonna go. And so we get to the hospital, and when we get to the hospital, they say, let's swab you. They put me back in the gown. They did the same routine they did on Monday. They put me in the gown. They put me in the pad. They said, okay, we're going to do the swab. I was like, yeah, last time the lady, she swabbed me, it was black, and so she labeled it as a negative. So the lady like coughed, I coughed, and she took it out, and she said, it was this color? And I was like, yeah, black. She was like, no, this is a dark blue. You are most definitely in labor. And she was like, you're not going home. She was like, this mean your water broke. So then she goes and tells my doctor, and my doctor immediately texts me and say, congratulations, we having a baby today. So y'all, when she said that, it started sinking in a little bit, and I was sitting on the toilet when she did that because I had went and peed. So, and I still had blood, still had fluid. And so, now the doctors are concerned because they're trying to figure out when did my water break. And if I had an infection or if the baby had an infection, they could get sued. And so they talked me into believing that my water broke after I left the hospital on Monday, when my water had been broken the whole entire time. So in my labor and delivery vlog, you'll probably hear me say that my water had broke on Tuesday or something about it starting on Tuesday when actually it started on Monday. So they made me believe that because they was afraid that we had a affection, me or the baby, because it had been so long and that my water had been broken so long. So they like, yeah, let's walk you down to your room, because they admitted me. So they walked me down to the room I was giving birth in, y'all. And that's when it hit me, y'all. And they said, this is where you're gonna have your baby at. And I'm like, oh my God. And that's when everything hit me. I wasn't scared. I wasn't nothing until I seen this room. I was like, so I'm not leaving this room until I have a baby? She was like, nope. And I just, like, everything hit me, y'all. Everything just hit me. I'm like, I'm finna be a mom. I'm actually finna push a baby out of my hoo-ha. I'm like, oh my gosh. And the contractions was coming, y'all. But I was able to take it. And they said they want to get me started on Pitocin, and Pitocin is supposed to make the contractions become more closer and more harder. And I was like, I don't want that. And they told me basically it's like getting induced. And they was like, well, because your water broke, we don't call it induced. We call it, they said another word for it. But it's still getting induced. It's making it closer. And I heard that getting induced hurt way more than naturally going into it. So I was like, if I get induced, I'll just take the epidural. Even though my plan was to not have an epidural. I was like, because, so basically if I get on Pitocin, I wanted an epidural. If I go naturally into it, I didn't want an epidural. So, and they was like, yeah, we're going to need them to get closer and stronger. So we really want to start you on Pitocin. I'm like, can we just wait to see if I'm going to dilate more before we start my Pitocin? And before that room, so when I was in the other room, I forgot to tell y'all, they did check me. I was 2 to 3 centimeters. So they checked me. I was still 2 to 3 centimeters in this new room. And she was like, I'm going to give it about an hour. If you haven't made any progress, we're going to start the Pitocin. So she comes back in. She's like, this had been an hour. She's like, You still 2 to 3 centimeters, so I really want to get you started on the Pitocin. Y'all, I got so scared because I'm like, okay, they basically finna induce me. So I'm scared because they said we can't wait long because ain't no telling how long my water been broke, and they didn't want me or the baby to have an infection. So they they said we're gonna have to start it or whatever. So I got scared. I'm like, could I get the epidural before we started? Even though, y'all, at that moment I was still able to handle the contractions. I'm gonna insert a clip. It might look like I'm in a lot of pain, but I was still able to handle the contractions.
So, baby, tell me, how have your experience been so far? Huh? Trying to sit up? So, how have your experience been? Oh, let's look at the month. Oh, look at them huge contractions. So, tell us, how has your experience been? Here. Oh, got another one? Yeah. Yeah, yeah. So, have another. I guess. Yeah, I'm putting on. Okay. Still playing.
So yeah, so that was right before I got my epidural. So I'm over here like, and I was so scared to get anything put in my bag because I heard so many stories about it. And so they come in to give me my epidural before they start the Pitocin because I didn't want the Pitocin without an epidural. So they trying to do my epidural, y'all, and I had a fit. I wouldn't let him stick me in my back. I started sweating all on my forehead, everything. The nurse, she trying to talk to me. She like, if you move, we won't be able to do this. It could go wrong, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, no, I'm scared. And I'm crying, y'all. I was just a mess. And that's because I really didn't want an epidural, and I really regret getting an epidural. I really wish I just would have went naturally and not get an epidural. My next baby, even if I do get on Pitocin, I'm not gonna have an epidural because I wanted to feel the worst pain ever. I wanted to see how I feel to be in the worst pain ever. Like, to me, the pain that I had, it was like doable. Like, I can handle it. It was just like really bad period cramps. That was it. So, y'all, guess what they did? They called my doctor down there to help me because I know her personally, and all the nurses knew I knew her personally. So they was like, let's call her down to see if she could calm her down so we could do this epidural. Because they kept threatening me. They was like, you don't let us do this, he's going to leave and he's not going to give you an epidural. I was like, just let him go then, let him go. And he had all the stuff ready. So that's when they was like, let's just call Rochelle, see if she can help her. If not, then he gonna leave. So they called my doctor down. My doctor come. She talked to me. She calmed me down, y'all. She's like the best doctor ever. So we sitting there. She had me hunched over on a pillow. She talking to me, and we just talking. She had her head against mine. Mine was super sweaty, so I know it got some sweat on hers. And she just talking to me while he do my epidural, y'all. It did not hurt at all. It's like a little sting, and then it was nothing. So, and it instantly started kicking in. Like, the pain instantly went away. The pain that I did have instantly went away. And before she came down, I was like, I don't want to be having a contraction while he doing my epidural, and then I move and then it messes it up. And that's what I was really worried about, because I didn't want to get paralyzed from it. So, and I heard that if you move while you get an epidural, you could get paralyzed. So my doctor talked to me the whole time. It was perfect, y'all, and I was so relaxed. They laid me back down. They called my husband in and his mama back in, because those two was the only ones that was there at the time. So when they came back in, it was like, we heard you all in the hallway. You did not want that epidural, and blah, blah, blah. Y'all, I was so relaxed after that. I'm like, oh, yeah, laughing, everything. And the nurse came back, and she said, she was like, out of my 20 years of working here, I never had to call the doctor to come help the patient relax and get the epidural done. We always was able to just do it and be done. And so y'all, I felt so embarrassed and so like a child. Like I'm like, really? So I I was just embarrassed, y'all, because I was acting up. So I'm like, I'm so sorry and blah blah blah. And so then my mama come and my husband's mom leave. It had only been like probably 3 hours, I guess. I'm not even sure, but it's only had been a short amount of time, y'all. And they was like, let me check you one more time. The nurse said that. She was like, oh, you won't believe it. And I'm like, what? And she was like, guess how many centimeters you are. I felt her hand still, y'all, and everything. I felt everything. It's like I didn't even have an epidural, because all the pain after I got the epidural, after like 30 minutes of having it, everything went to my booty hole. And so I felt all the contractions in my butthole. Every time I had a contraction, I'm telling my husband, look on the monitor and see if I'm having a contraction, because I'm feeling something in my butthole. They were saying it was just pressure, but I feel like I was having her in my booty. And I felt like, you know, like when you try to poop and it won't come out and it's just sitting there. That's how I felt for a very long time. And she was like, you're 8 centimeters. She was like, you jumped from 2 to 3 to 8. And y'all, I got so happy. I just wanted her out because it started hurting me so bad. Felt like I just had to poop. And while she was feeling it, my water broke too. And it was like a gush. And it was like, and it went all over the bed. And they cleaned it or whatever. I'm like, I'm so sorry. She was like, it's okay. So they clean it. And so now I'm steady telling them, I'm like, I have to poop. I have to poop. I have to poop. And then she was like, let me check you one more time. She checks me, and now I'm 9.5 centimeters. It was going so quick. So I'm like, oh my gosh. I'm like, I have to poop. She was like, no, it's just the pressure. Just feel like you gotta poop. You don't have to poop. And I'm like, no, you don't know. I know when I have to poop and when I don't have to poop. I have to poop. And I'm like, please. And then she was like, okay, just poop on the pad. I was like, let me up. I need to go to the bathroom. I'm not gonna poop on the pad. I was so upset, y'all, because they would not, like, let me go poop. And I kept feeling like I had to poop. So 30 minutes rolled by, and I'm just in this pain in my booty hole. And they give me a little bit more medicine through the thing to stop the pain in my butthole, which it went away for like 15 minutes, but then it came right back, even worse. So my doctor come in, they check me. And they like, she's 10 centimeters. She's ready. That was like 30 minutes later. Y'all, it was crazy. Like, it went so quick. And so when she said 10 centimeters, I'm like, okay, I'm finna start pushing. They finna get everything ready. I know how this works. I seen too many videos. I know everything about it. So my doctor say, knowing that this is your first child, this might take a long time with you pushing. So we just gonna wait it out because we don't want you to be pushing for so long. So she's like, we're going to wait an hour, y'all. She said an hour. I'm 10 centimeters and you want me to wait another hour to start pushing so I won't push for so long. So she was like, I'm going to run home. I'm going to get your gift and then we're going to wait. Then I'm going to come back and we're going to have the baby. She had got me a gift. So that's what she was going to go get. And she left cookies for my mom, for everybody that was in there. Derek's mom came back. And so it was Derek, his mom, my 2 sisters came up there, my brother, my dad. So now it's the waiting game. Y'all, I got to a point because it was hurting my booty hole so bad that I got to a point I'm like, I don't even care about her being here. Just let me push. And we did practice pushes. And I guess I didn't make no progress. I didn't bring her head down enough so I could start pushing. So they was like, no, we're just going to wait on her. By the time she got back, I was 100% E-face. I was ready to push. I was everything. I'm like, I just want to push her out. It hurt so bad. My butthole was hurting. So they started letting me push when she came back. And it took about 20 minutes, y'all. But let me tell y'all while I was pushing what happened. So I'm pushing this baby out of my hoo-ha. First off, they go and get a mirror so I can watch myself give birth, which is what I wanted. And when I seen and they showed me her head was like right there, right at my hoo-ha, like the entrance, it was like right here. I'm like, ew, no, just move the mirror. That looked disgusting. And everybody started laughing. And I'm like, I've seen so many videos of it, people actually giving birth. I done watched so many things, y'all. Like, I know so much about pregnancy. And it's like when it was me and it was actually my hoo-ha, it's like I could not take it. I did not want to watch. But I did keep peeping at the mirror because I did want to see how far along I am. And I thought it would, like, basically make me, it would motivate me to push harder. So I did not know how to push while I was pushing, and I felt everything. I felt her doing her hands like this to make my, like, hoo-ha stretch more so her head could come out. I felt everything. It's like I didn't even have an epidural. And when her head was coming out, I got this burning sensation. And I'm like, oh my God, it's burning so bad. And now at this point, I'm trying to squeeze her in. It only took 20 minutes, so all this happened within 20 minutes. I'm trying to squeeze her back in, like I'm like squeezing in because it was hurting me so bad. And they was like, no, push. And so they wouldn't give me a chance to really rest because they wanted me to push her out. They was like, one more push, because they kept seeing her head would like come out and then it would go back in because I was like, it was hurting me. So I'm like, can I just rest my legs, please? Because y'all, I was kicking them and everything because it was burning me so bad. And my doctor's like, yeah, go ahead and rest your legs. She was like, you're doing great. Let's get her out. And she like, y'all, she's so patient. And so I love my doctor so much. She just kept telling me how good I'm doing and that I got it. So after that, she told me to push and I gave it my best. And then they told me open my eyes. I didn't even realize my eyes was closed. And so I opened it and I seen her head come out. Like, it was already out, but I seen, like, as it came out, like the rest of it. So, like, okay, let's say this whole finger is a head, right? So this part was already out. This part of the head was already out. But I seen the rest of this part of the head come out. So then when that came out, I'm like, ugh. And then she's like, okay, let's get the shoulders out. Y'all, she was already pulling the head out, helping me pull the head out. And y'all, I did not want to push her shoulders out because I was scared that was going to hurt me even more. So I tried to suck her back in. But she was already pulling her head out and like getting her neck out and stuff. And so I just pushed and got her out. And I was still burning. So I said, I'm like, I'm like, is this normal? I'm still burning. And it was hurting me so bad. I couldn't even look at my baby. And they laid my baby on my chest. I couldn't even look at her. My mom was crying, y'all. My mom was so emotional. I love my mom so much. My mom was crying. And I couldn't even cry. I'm just like, it's burning me so bad. And I thought I was going to cry. But because of the pain, even afterwards, even though people say, oh, it's going to feel like a relief after you have her. And it's going to feel like a big relief. No, it was burning the crap out of me. And so after I had her, I'm like, is this normal? I'm trying to hold the baby on my chest. And I'm steady talking to them like, it's burning me so bad. And they like, do you still want to hold the baby? I'm like, no. They asked me, did I want to do skin to skin? I'm like, no, just get her off of me. Because I didn't want to drop her. And so they take her over there. They clean her up. They give her to my husband. He do skin to skin. He's crying. And I didn't feel the placenta come out. But she told me the placenta was out. I looked at it. Then after the placenta, I'm almost done, Mama. Then after the placenta was out, she had stitched me up. I told her, please numb me because I feel everything. And I don't know if she numbed me or not because I didn't feel no needle like numbing my vagina. And I felt her stitch me up. And I only ripped, she said I tore it a little bit, like it looked like a little scratch. And so she only had to put one stitch in there. And so I felt that though. I felt the needle. I felt it like go like this. I felt everything. I felt it, and I wasn't even looking. And I could explain it perfectly how it felt. And what she was doing, I was able to explain it because I felt it. So After that, she put my legs down. They cleaned me up. And when she put my legs down, I was still burning, y'all, this whole time. They had to go rush and give me pills because of how much pain I was in and that I was burning. And so when they went and got me pills, like, it had went away in like 15 minutes after that, after I took the pills, so I was good. And that's when I let everybody hold my baby. And then I told them, let me hold her, because everybody was done. Like, everybody got their turn. And that was my first time holding my baby, because I couldn't even, like, look at her, hold her, nothing when she was on my chest the first time. And so I had just held her for the first time. I finally looked at her face, because I didn't even look at her face when she first came out. She is so gorgeous, so beautiful. But, like, I feel like it's too many perverts in the world. Y'all, I'm not ready to put my baby on YouTube. When I first had her, I told everybody don't post no pictures of her. And everybody kept questioning me. I did not like that, but I wound up letting everybody post her. But I don't want to put her on YouTube yet. Not YouTube. She's so gorgeous. All the doctors and nurses was saying how beautiful she is. They was like, oh my gosh, she is so pretty when they came and do her pictures, everything. It's like, she is so gorgeous. And you know your baby pretty when everybody's saying it, but if they like coming in and do what they have to do and just leaving, you know that's when your baby ugly, when nobody is saying nothing. So like every single person that came to do anything said how gorgeous she was. I'm like, man, I made a pretty little thing. So yeah, so that's my labor and delivery. I don't know. I still want more kids though, but I don't know if that was like a smooth labor and delivery. I don't really know. The actual time when I got admitted until the actual time I had her, it was 10 hours. So yeah. So we had got there at the hospital at around 9 a.m. in the morning. No, 10 a.m. in the morning. And then I had her at 7:58 p.m. And so that's about 7, 8, 9. That's 9 hours. 9 hours. So yeah, so it wasn't that long, but y'all, I don't know if that was smooth. But yeah, so thank you so much for watching. Make sure you give this video a big thumbs up, like, comment, and subscribe. I will be showing her soon, but just not right now. I'm not ready to. Just please respect that. I vlogged her first time taking a bath at home, because she haven't took a official bath, like actual bath. She have got sponge bath and wiped down and stuff, but she haven't took a bath because her umbilical cord just fell off, and they can't take a bath until that falls off. So I might vlog that. I don't know what I'm gonna vlog next, but if I do vlog that, you won't see her face, not in that one either, or you won't see her areas, but you will see me vlog that. But yeah, yeah, I don't know, I'm gonna vlog some stuff. I'm trying, y'all. I'm really trying. Thank you so much for watching this video. Like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you turn on your post notifications, and I will see you guys later. Bye.